Alrighty folks, this is going to be the start of your assignment for today. We're going to start the law of conservation of mass. And in order to do that, we need to learn how to count atoms first, and then our next assignments are going to be about balancing equations. So we're going to learn how to count atoms in a compound first. So first we have to take some notes on how compounds are written. So the element symbol, which are represented by a single uppercase letter or represented by an uppercase letter followed by a lowercase letter. For example, if it is C, that's carbon. If it says CH, that's carbon and hydrogen. If it says Na, that's sodium. So those are three different elements, and they're written that way so you can tell if it is a single element or if it's a compound. CH would be a compound because it's a capital C and a capital H. And A is a single element because it is just a capital and a lowercase, which indicates it's just one because the lowercase letter. Okay, the next thing we need to remember is that the subscripts are the numbers that are found on the lower right-hand side of each element symbol. This tells you the number of atoms of this element in the molecule. If an element symbol has no subscript next to it, then it indicates there is only one atom in an element in that molecule. So, for example, you know H2O. This 2 is the subscript, and that tells us that there are 2 hydrogen. The third key to remember is if there's brackets. There's not always brackets, but if there are brackets, they surround a group of atoms that indicates the number of all the atoms inside the bracket need to be multiplied by the subscript on the, I think I zoomed it out too much, on the outside of the bracket found on the lower right hand side of the bracket. So if it looks like Li2, and then those are brackets, and it says OH, and then the 3. This 3, it's like math, guys. This 3 has to be distributed to this H, and then to this O, okay? So you're going to see some examples. So now on the next slide, we're going to talk about how to do this for the first 3. All right, so here's your first one. Your elements, the first thing you do is write down what the elements are. So you break apart the compound. Okay, so here's our compound. We're going to break that apart. We have 3 elements. We have sodium, we have oxygen, we have oxygen, and we have hydrogen. And then we count those. Remember, if there is no subscript right there, we assume that it is 1, okay? They don't write the number 1 there, it's understood. So Na has 1 atom, O has 1 atom, and H has 1 atom, for a total of 3 atoms. And this will be important, guys, when we're balancing equations tomorrow. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let me try now. There you go. All right, so the next one is HNO3. We have H, we have N, we have O. Count them up, 1, 1, 3, for the total of 5. And then on our last one that we're doing for practice, we have Li2O. And on this one, we have Li, we have O, and we have 2, 1, and then 3 total. So that's all you're doing for this table. Remember, I didn't do any examples of brackets. If there's a bracket, then you need to multiply the subscript to any letter on the inside. And if there's a number in there, you multiply the numbers. I decided to add number 9 as an example also so you could see a bracket. So this is a capital letter and a lowercase, so that is one element. They go together when it's capital and lowercase. So it's AL, which is aluminum, and then we have an O and an H. So there is, let me get my eraser, no numbers next to the AL, so that means there's 1. Then there are the brackets, and so you're remembering that there's a 1 here and a 1 here. So 3 times 1 is 3, and 3 times 1 is 3, for a total of 7. I added one more so that you could see how to do the brackets with a subscript inside and outside the brackets. So you write your elements. Oops, that's the eraser. N, H, P, I shorted as a row, sorry, O. So then we have this gets distributed here and to here. So we have 3 N's. 3 times 4 is 12, so we have 12 H's. We have 1 P and we have 4 O's. And that'll give you a total of 15, 16, 20 total atoms. That's how you do brackets.